Have you ever had a team member say all the right things in meetings, like, sounds good, happy to help, I'll take care of it, and then nothing happens? No objections, no pushback, no confrontation, just missed deadlines, delayed actions, and a strange feeling that the project is somehow moving through quicksand. If you're a product or project manager, this is one of the most frustrating situations you can face. Because at least when someone openly disagrees with you, you know where you stand. Passive resistance is harder. People nod in the meeting but don't follow through afterward. So, how do you handle this constructively without becoming controlling, political, or accusatory? Let's talk about it. First, it's important to understand this. Passive resistance is rarely about laziness. Most of the time, it's a signal. It's telling you that something underneath the surface hasn't been addressed. Maybe they don't actually agree with a priority. Maybe they don't understand why it matters. Maybe they're overloaded. Maybe they don't trust the decision. Or maybe they don't feel safe expressing disagreement openly. The mistake many PMs make is assuming the issue is an accountability one. So they respond by becoming more forceful. More reminders, more status updates, more escalation. But if the real issue is hidden disagreement, pressure often just drives the resistance further underground. Instead, think of your job as uncovering what's unspoken. Here is a simple three-step approach that I use: clarify, explore, recommit. So the first one, clarify, is about being specific about the gap between agreement and action, not emotionally, factually. Instead of saying, why aren't you doing what you said you'd do? Try, I noticed we agreed to complete this by Wednesday. We're now at Friday, so I wanted to understand what happened. You're describing observable facts, not assigning motives. That lowers defensiveness immediately. Step two, explore. This is the part many PMs skip. Ask questions to make it safe for people to express concerns they haven't voiced. For example, do you see any issues with this approach that we haven't discussed? Is this priority realistic given everything else on your plate? What concerns do you have about moving forward? Is there something about this decision that doesn't sit right with you? And then listen. Not to persuade, not to prepare your rebuttal, but to understand. You might discover that they never agreed in the first place. They simply didn't feel comfortable saying so in a group setting. Or they may be caught between conflicting expectations from different stakeholders. Once those concerns become visible, you can actually solve them. Which brings us to step three, recommit. Passive resistance thrives in ambiguity. So finish the conversation with explicit alignment. Ask, so what can we realistically commit to from here? Are we aligned on this direction? What support do you need to make this happen? And then clarify ownership, timing, and next steps. Not as a punishment, but as a shared agreement. Because influence isn't about forcing compliance, it's about creating clarity and commitment. Now, a quick word of caution. Not every case of passive resistance can be solved through coaching. If you clarified expectations, explored concerns, removed obstacles, and gained recommitment multiple times, and the pattern still continues, then it may become a performance issue. At that point, accountability matters. But accountability works best after understanding has been attempted, not before. Here's the mindset shift I'd leave you with. When people don't openly disagree but don't follow through, do not immediately ask, how do I make them comply? Ask, what conversations are we not having? Very often, passive resistance is simply disagreement that hasn't found a safe way to speak. And one of the most valuable skills a PM can develop is the ability to bring those hidden conversations into the open, not through authority, not through pressure, but through curiosity, clarity, and trust. Because projects move at the speed of alignment, and alignment isn't created when everyone says yes in the meeting. It's created when people leave the meeting committed to acting on what they've agreed to. Thanks for watching. If you've dealt with passive resistance on your team, I'd love to hear about it. How did you handle it? And what worked or didn't work for you? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next PM Influence Lab video.